Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Matthew Behrens, and I am on a mission to help my fellow young men understand the harmful impacts that hypermasculinity and toxic masculinity and the normalized way we think about ourselves as men can be reclaimed to advance our deepest values of strength, of courage, of empathy, and create the world that we all deserve. My experience with toxic masculinity in college was like so many colleges across this country, where after 4 years of high school where you learn the rules, you learn what is acceptable, you learn what is rewarded and not rewarded, college becomes a space where you can perform that and you can be rewarded for acting like a frat bro.
I know, like, I've heard things about myself, and I know I'm also definitely not alone in that, and it's just like, it's disappointing to hear that, but it's also like, we're not gonna talk to you when we hear things like that. Like, you're not going to get girls if you're spreading things about hearing, like, about what happened between you and them. Like, that's not gonna keep happening.
And I internalized that for early part of my college career, where even though I had a clarity and awareness of how destructive these notions of manhood are, they're very powerful in making guys base their self-worth off of how many girls you hook up with.
There's like a core belief that like women are to be owned and to be possessed by someone who wants to use them for their own benefit.
We are humans, we deserve respect. That's just it.
It can be a psychological trap that guys fall into with or without knowing it. And I definitely fell into that trap, but realized that it was a mask, it was fake, it was not who I actually was, and it was inhibiting the opportunities for me to be the person I was meant to be. My identity, my race, my class, my gender, my sexuality, and sexual orientation it's my story. And my presentations are really just me sharing my story and being able to name how these larger constructs manifested in my life.
For myself, it's been a little hard as a gay student, as a person of color, just being here, representing a group of people that I don't know is necessarily spoken about.
And so you can't talk about gender without talking about race and class and other deeply powerful forces in society that are telling us what's acceptable and not acceptable, what is success and what is not success, and that what is honestly keeping our country divided and disconnected and adversarial with each other are these unprocessed pieces of our identity that gets manipulated and targeted. The first solution is understanding and gaining the clarity of how it impacts your life. And that's what was my clarity and my shift, was seeing an older man talk about the issues of masculinity as currently defined and being able to name those insecurities for myself. And for so many guys, I think the first step is naming what you're going through as real, as harmful, and then you can start to work to build the courage to start to act differently with yourself and with others.
I think that maybe one of the worst things to do is to just write it off and say like, oh, I don't really see that problem. It's like, well, maybe you don't see that problem because part of the reason it's continuing to be a problem is because it's not being exposed.
I would like to see every high school recognizing that they have a duty and should take pride in the responsibility of providing a space for young people to develop the skills to be active participants in this society.
But I think that's what we all want from both sides, is an open communication without having that defensiveness. And I know, like I said, it comes from both sides, but we just want an openness and someone who's like willing to listen.
We as a generation need to reclaim the values of manhood, of womanhood, and ultimately of personhood.
And so y'all are about to go to college. 4 years where you get to explore who you are, who you're meant to be. But it's not going to happen if you keep letting the social scripts define you. We define them. We define them. We drive our own car. We drive our own car to where we're meant to go, okay? I appreciate all of you. I'm here as a resource. Good luck these next couple months. Thank you.